But tonight, the 3 threes in a row in the second quarter to put you ahead for good. Is there? Does she do anything that surprises you anymore?
No, I mean, she's as good as she is for a reason. She spends more time in the gym. I mean, she reminds me of Shoni Schimmel, Angel McCautry. The great players are great because they've invested in themselves. They have a passion for what they do. You just don't show up and practice and do what she does. You know, it's the hours that she's put in the gym before she even got here, back before high school, in grade school, in middle school. That's why she's able to do what she does. And that's what all the great ones. It's not just her. So no, nothing really surprises me.
She missed her first 4 shots. Is there like a tell that she has where you can say like, okay, like she's getting warmed up now?
No. No, there's really, I mean, I told her after the first quarter, I'll tell you what I told her. I told her to smile. You know, she was sitting on the chair and right there, and I was like, smile. I mean, put a smile on your face. I said, it's 21-21, and you haven't made a shot. It's because you've got great teammates that you play with. Embrace that and enjoy it. And she put it, and she smiled and she said, I do have great teammates. I know I do. You know, and not only did that, I think, give her a little confidence too, but I think her teammates all heard that too. And that's what makes her unique. It's like, she wants everybody to do well. I mean, I have to get on her sometimes because I think sometimes she passes up shot and tries to make passes. I'm like, I need to shoot the ball. But that's what makes her as special as she is.
Coach Ariema said that he could see this team being a Final Four team. A little bit more than halfway through the season, where do you see this Louisville team at? And I guess what kind of grade, if you had to assess them, would you get?
Well, we have a chance. I mean, there's no doubt. We're 21. We just beat a very good UConn team. You know, what I was excited about, and I think Saturday is going to be a big tell for us. Because we had some players like Kylie Shook only played 5 minutes tonight. Mikasa played 10. Well, in a game like this, they're basically 5 guards. So I told Kylie up front, I'm like, hey, this might be a game that it's a little bit more difficult because they're going to look to rip and drive on you. I go, but now how you handle this is going to let me know how good we have a chance to be. Because now on Saturday, Clemson has more traditional post players. So I've got to have her come ready to play, and you can't be upset that you might not have played as much as you wanted to in this game. And that goes for a few of them. Games present different opportunities. And as a coach, I've got to try to figure out what's the best substitution pattern, who needs to be out there for that game.
Jeff, if Jasmine gives you a double-double every night, what does it open up for this team? In what dimension, if she can score those mid-range and rebound that way?
That's what she has to do. I mean, that's the one thing that I've talked to her about. Her pull-up jump shot is where, that's her go-to. And I challenged her the last 2 days of practice, and she wasn't very happy with me at times. But I told her that they aren't going to guard you. It's not by accident. You haven't proven that you can make that 3, but don't get upset about it. What are you good at? You're really good at a pull-up, so look to take it. And I was really, really happy for her. She had that one on transition. She goes in for a layup. No one picks her up. Then I think 2 or 3 times, next couple of times down the floor, she hit that pull-up jumper from the elbow. And, Coach Purcell's been working on her on staying with her follow-through, and it goes in. And she played that way at Florida State, too. It's the same way she played at Florida State. And that's, if we're going to be a chance for a team to get to a Final Four, that she's got to continue to do that for us. There's no doubt.
Where does this rank for you among big wins that you've had in your tenure here? And when you're thinking of which of those games is most important, are you looking at it in a vacuum at just the game itself or at the overall implications for that season?
Well, it's a huge game. I mean, there's no question. I mean, it's nice to not have a 0 on the left side of the column every time you look at UConn's name of our record against them. So it's nice to have a 1. I tell people, I love what I do. But like tonight, if my kids are up when I get home, and they probably won't be, first thing tomorrow morning, we'll be playing junior Monopoly. When I go home, I love being with my family. This is not my life, but I do love it. So I look at this, and it's a huge win. There's no question about it. It's exciting, but I don't, it's not like I go home and move this win up, that win. Because the thing about it is, and I truly mean it, I haven't scored a point in 12 years. These kids, I tell them all the time, the reason I coach the way I do and I challenge them the way I do is I want them to experience the Final Four. Because can you only imagine what it's like as a player to be out there playing in that game? As a coach, sure, it's fun, it's great, but golly, the excitement those kids go through going out for warm-ups and warming up and then playing the game, that's what I want them to experience. And we've been fortunate enough here that every player that's stayed 4 years has had an opportunity to do that. Now, our goal is to win the whole thing. And that's pretty challenging too, but that's definitely our goal.
Coach, you let Asia rest Sunday. You think that was helpful to her teammates to play without her coming into this game?
Well, yeah, I think it's always, that opportunity for me to sit Asia gave a few of the other ones the opportunity to just do a little bit more and to see that they can. I was really impressed with our first half against Pittsburgh. I mean, it's 41-12, and they made 2 threes in the last, two and a half of that second quarter to get to 12. So I thought defensively we were fantastic. We rebounded the ball, and that's good for them. Because it's good for a few of them to see, hey, this is what we can do. Because tonight was a perfect example. Asia doesn't score in the first quarter, but it's 21-21.
Come Monday, there's going to be some voters, some coaches that may put your team at the top of the ballot. If you happen to be number one, is that something that you're going to be proud of? Is that something that you're going to be thinking about? Or is it just, again, focused on the next game?
No, I mean, we have to win on Saturday first. Because like I told them at half court, nobody's going to care about Thursday night if you don't go down Saturday and take care of business and come out and compete, because it's not going to be an easy basketball game. But I will tell you that, I don't think I've ever been a part of a program that's been ranked number 1 during the regular season. I've only been in 06 in Maryland when we won the national championship. That's when I want to be ranked number 1. At the end of the year is what we play for. And it's something that we haven't attained yet, but we're definitely continuing to strive for it. It would be a compliment to our program, but at the same time, the ultimate goal is come April. But I will say, I don't think there's anybody in here that's followed us for 12 years or written about us for 12 years that would have ever imagined that in one season there's a 1 versus 2 game. And Louisville women's basketball is playing in that. And then there's a 2 versus 3 game, and Louisville women's basketball is playing in that. I mean, you're looking at a program that had never gotten past the second round of the NCAA tournament. And these young women who've been a part of this for 12 years are the reason we are where we are. And it's a tribute and a credit to them. Patricia Barlow was here tonight, and Antonita Slaughter was here tonight with her entire army. She has triplets. I mean, it's amazing, and she has 4 children. And had them all here, I think, at the ball game. I mean, if you want to see something enjoyable, you need to follow her on social media. She gives you a whole day of how she gets all of them set to go to their basketball games because her husband's an assistant coach at SEMO, and it is absolutely amazing. My wife and I watch it like, how in the world is she doing? And she's here. Patricia Barlow, Keisha Hines is here. Like, we had players that played here 10 years ago that are still a part of this because they're the ones that helped build it to where it is. Thank you, everybody. You guys were awesome. Thank you for